Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy, turn it like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I've been healing, building, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kind of finicky, huh?
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. You look at this Cowboy defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. They go play action. Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zaven Collins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Their own 36-yard line.
looking to put a drive together. Now McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. Second and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You look at this Eagle defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. He's going to get that to his running back in the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. Going for it, here's McCarthy. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now a 2nd and 6. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, we often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. What he's showing, past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Here's 2nd and 10. Blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
A 52-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
I don't know no better. When I got rich, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 46-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. The try. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Chilton. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's McCarthy. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and 4. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here we go, shot. Viking, 18.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole. It leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Go Silver, ready?
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and when they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, it's Genty. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The Cowboys at 9-2 to start play. They're back home after flying to and losing in London last weekend.
And you and I both know, always a tough travel week with all the distractions. And you'd love to have the week off afterward, but that's not the case here. At the very least, you know they're happy to be back in their own building. But that was certainly not a trip to remember.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the give, GMT. Oh, some strong running. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now it's second and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy trying to set the screen for Blue. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. McCarthy. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the 1st down, but they decided to keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
And the decision paid off indeed. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 3. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. to throw. McCarthy. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Let's go.
McCarthy going to sneak it. And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. J.J. McCarthy with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2.
The Cowboys will
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Go Silver, ready? Anyway,
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
16 yards. First down, Eagles.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up second and 1.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Here's Hurts to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'm chopping.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down and 3. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. And they'll hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 104th career touchdown. One shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hurts will throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Marte Mapu.
Eagles 9, Cowboys 8.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. This is intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Don't touch that. Don't touch that.
A first down carry for Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9.
Don't touch that. I know anyone else.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Don't touch.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Great, set. I know anyone else.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Don't touch.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Like a hornet.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defenses. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking their game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, it's Genty. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
No, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Kyle Pitts, 47 yards. And the Cowboys take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now McCarthy.
He's got a man. It's his fullback.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Here we go.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, McCarthy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well.
And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this one incomplete. And another throw. It really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. It hurts, not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Marte Mapu. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. To the air with McCarthy. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. On the give, it's Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, Ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Gets this out wide to Pickens. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Let's go now.
They'll try to run for it with Blue. Oh, he is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch him between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The Cowboys will line up.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Score Cowboys 23, Eagles 9. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Back to throw here.
Completes to Njoku.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down.
He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Trim it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying me enough, I needed something quicker. So now I'm only...
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Here's McCarthy. That is incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Dallas, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.